Quality Monitoring subtab is a hub for you to follow along with the formal coding process, with functions such as examining different custom and system variables, adding or modifying data fields, and deleting whole batches of records. Upon entering the subtab, you will see a table populated with data records from the coding library of the database that you choose, in this case, the SDGs database. Here, we have 3,000 total items from the SDGs database, and if I navigate over to data management and in the coding library, we can see that it's the same 3,000 records. If you want to reconstruct the table, either by changing the displayed fields or filtering the table data, we can use these functions on the top left. The settings button will allow you to reorganize the fields. The left side shows all the fields that can be displayed but currently are not, while the right is where you can structure the table that you want by adding fields and dragging to reorder them. If I want to view the coding results and the coders who coded an article, as well as remove the content field, I just need to tick them, click the blue arrows to move them over, and then it should be moved over and restructured. I can also drag to reorganize the table, and once I click OK, we can see that the table has been built in a way that was specified. Now say I wanted to filter the table according to criteria such that only articles published in May of 2021 are displayed. To do that, I would click the filter button on the top left and then choose custom variables from this drop-down, where custom variables are the fields uploaded with the original Excel file as well as codebook categories. I would then choose dates between and pick May of 2021. And once I click OK, you can see that the table has now been filtered, with 217 of the original 3,000 being displayed. And if I go sort the date field, you can see they range from the 1st of May to the 31st of May. Moving on, there are two operations that can be done on your data: modification and deletion. Both will be done in batches, which are the total items displayed in the table at one time. So here, our batch consists of these 217 items that have been filtered. The filterless table, which is the original full coding library, is also a batch. So if I want to perform an operation on a specific record or records, I will filter them first using the filter button and click either of these buttons to execute on the entire batch. Batch deletion will remove the current batch from the coding library so that they are no longer part of the data sample. If I were to delete this batch here, which consists of all the May 2021 articles, so I just delete it, and then go over to the coding library here, you can see that 217 articles have been deleted. And if I were to filter for articles from May of last year, you can see that they are no longer in the coding library, but are instead now in the recycling bin. So the entire batch has been deleted. The other operation is batch modify. And what batch modify does is it lets you make changes to values or fields. I'll explain this with an example. Say, after initial round of formal coding, I discovered that I want to further investigate trends such as how the 17 SDGs differ between UK-based publications and American-based publications. So that is how the mentions of these different SDGs might differ between the two countries. So I go over to my codebook and I've created a new category here with country of origin, but I don't want to go back and code every single article again. What I can do instead is go over to quality monitoring, filter for any articles from, say, I want to say the New York Times, and also could be any condition, so it could also be from the Washington Post. And if I go over here and add country of origin as a field to be displayed, you can see that currently these are blank, meaning that they have not been coded in yet. So if I go over to batch modify now and operate on this batch, I could change country of origin to USA for these articles. And once the operation is complete, you can see that it has been executed on all of these 17 articles. So in this way, batch modification and batch deletion are able to help you in pinpointing and increasing the accuracy of your formal coding.